right, we're here with Jeremy Tallent at G3Rc, getting practice in. Got inside his buggy. So how I start off is shock oils and pistons.
Okay.
Start in the front of the car and then we work to the back of the car.
To the back of the car. All right.
Yeah. And first of all, you're sponsored by a piston company, all right?
VRP.
There we go.
Yeah. So if you haven't tried their 20 hole, I suggest it.
Okay.
I'm actually in Truggy. I'm running the 20 hole with the red valves on the front and on the back. And then on the buggies, I'm running the golds on the front and the red valving on the back.
Okay, okay. Shock oils, what you have on the front?
Truggy is 650, 600, and then buggy is 500, 450.
Okay. Front sway bar.
I just bumped it up.
Okay.
I've been bumping it up since the middle of last year. So I think I was on a 2.2 or something like that.
Okay.
And now I'm all the way up 2.4, 2.5.
Okay.
Just depending on grip. And then the back, I've bumped it up too. I was on a 2.4 and I'm on a 2.6 now.
Okay, okay. And the shock oils in the back, would you?
I am on 450 in the buggy.
In the buggy?
Yep.
Okay. Front diff, what fluid you got in the front diff?
I run, today I tried it. Okay. I normally run 1250, 10, 5, but I know we're going back towards summer, so it's time to bump it up. And today was a good test with 15, 12 and a half, 7 in it.
Okay.
Yep,
okay.
from front to rear.
Okay, okay. Tires.
OGO all the way, bro.
Okay. What, do you do anything special to your tires?
I do.
So if you want
so with certain brands, you get a little bit of movement in your foam inside your tire.
Right.
With the OGO, since I switched last year, I've started gluing my foams to my rims.
Okay.
I'll slide it all the way so the leading edge of the ribs are against the front bead, and it gets all the play out of the front sidewall of your tire.
Okay. Okay.
So you can feel that it's stiff compared to the back.
Right.
Where there's
yeah,
and that gives more comfort and like predictability of the car.
Okay.
Because with that foam when they're sliding around, it changes your grip. It just made the car edgy, do weird things, and then once I started gluing my foams, straightened it right up. And now I can get away with running a softer tire too.
Okay.
Without gripping, bicycle flipping, and
you do that on your practice tires too? Like
yep, every tire.
Every tire?
Every tire.
Okay, okay.
Now certain conditions, it'll hurt you a little bit. Like you want that ballooning extra grip. I tend to work with the car a little bit if I need it. Okay,
okay. I'm a 10 scale guy, and we use tire sauce. Do y'all do that in 8 scale?
Certain times.
Certain times.
Here recently, that's something that's kind of new to 8 scale since I got out of it about 5 years ago and getting back into it.
Right.
I was at a Blue Ridge race and I was about 2 seconds off per lap in e-buggy and nitro. I actually got to snooping around watching other drivers and I seen Will MacGyver.
Right.
Yeah. He was over there doping a set of tires.
Right.
I went over, I got bright, did the same thing, and boom, there was the 2 seconds in both classes I was missing. Went from middle of the pack to second and third overall, I think it was. Just comfort. It just makes you feel so much more comfortable with the car. It's like whenever you go from too hard of a tire to you hit the money on the right compound.
Was there any particular sauce that you use, or you
all liquid wrench?
All liquid wrench. Okay. Okay.
It's the owl label. I've heard from some pros that's all they use because, and I felt the same way. If I used a different brand, sometimes it would hook up, sometimes it wouldn't. It would. Sometimes you get like a greasy feel. Liquid wrench, I never got it.
Okay. Okay.
And if you need it to activate more, put heat to it.
Okay.
Bake them in.
I see you use Sanwa radio.
Yes, sir. Been on it 3 years now.
Okay.
And I used to run the M11 back in the day.
So. Okay. 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 So you just kind of stuck with.
Yeah, I like the trigger pull. Right. On the Sanwa, the only one I found that was kind of close was Spectrum, and I ran them for a couple of years. I tried a Futaba. Me and Futaba just didn't get along. It's kind of weird. Their trigger pull is opposite of what these feel. You like, you have more trigger pull, less brake throw.
Right.
So your brake throw is less, more throttle throw.
Okay.
Futaba's opposite, and I could never get used to that. Okay. You had more brake throw, less throttle throw.
Do you run e-buggy or anything E anything?
Yep, I run e-buggy, e-truggy, nitro buggy, nitro truggy, and I even have a 2-wheel drive buggy I haven't broke out yet. A 10 scale.
So yourself, so we talked about here just recently. Do you run that in your e-buggy and e-truggy also, or are they different?
Yep. Okay. Everything. I used to mess with my kick up in the front on the old RS car, but with the World Spec, they're identical. Identical setups.
Do you have an electronic sponsor with your e-buggy and e-truggy or no?
No. I run Hobby Wing though.
Okay.
I've had really good luck over the years with them.
Hobby Wing motors too?
Yeah.
Okay, Hobby Wing across the board?
Yep. 1900 motor in the buggy, 2050 in the e-truggy.
Okay. How often you practice? Every time I come here, you're always here, so.
As much as possible.
Okay.
It's speeding my reaction time up. Anytime I can just work on my hand-eye coordination.
Right.
That's where the speed is.
Okay, okay. Do you like the dry, dusty practice tracks, or you like right after it rains and has a little moisture?
I like about any track condition besides like paved track.
Okay.
When it just gets so blue grooved that it's like driving it on the street.
Right.
Anything besides that, it's good.
Okay. All right, so we got, your sponsors. Who are your sponsors?
All right, so we got HB. That's the first chassis deal I've actually signed on with in the 20 years of racing.
Right.
And I can't be more happy with the car. Like all 4 cars, took them to Georgia 2 weeks ago, put them all 4 in A's, even with having issues with transponders in 2 of them. They drive close enough that I can run them and I can adjust to it. It didn't mess me up so bad it just ruined my whole race program. So Hobbies, good car.
Okay.
G3Rc.
Yep.
They help me with anything custom I need, like front wings, wing buttons, starter box plates.
Oh, he has wing buttons too?
Yes, he does wing buttons too.
Okay.
The starter box plates is actually a very cool thing. You can start your buggy and truggy off the same starter box. And if you come up with something that can be 3D printed, hit Gary up. G3. He's easy to work with.
Yeah.
Good guy.
Yeah.
Then we got DialedHobbies. They come on with Fame Wolf, and they were with the VP tires at first. I'm waiting on his new wings to come out so I can test with that, and we'll see where that goes next year. Then we got Beach RC.
Yep.
Brent, one of the best people you'll meet. Friendly, good guy.
Brent, Lucas, and Paco.
Yes, yes. You got to bring up the crew.
Yeah.
And the big old truck now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him, he's took my whole racing program to another level with the ultimate stuff. I can keep good motors on my cars, and performance is there. 9 minutes to a tank most of the time. Yeah. Sometimes 10.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I use shock oils and fluids.
Okay. Yeah. Good stuff. I was on them for a while.
Yeah.
I switched over to VRP when I picked them up.
Yes.
One Up Racing.
Okay.
I got them. They're good company. Bullet ends for your batteries, all kind of accessories. And then we got OGO.
Yep.
Peach State.
Well, somebody told me, they said, I was pronouncing OGO, and they were like, it's OGO.
OGO.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah. It goes back and forth. Good company. As soon as I jumped on their tires, I seen an improvement.
Okay.
Lee Flowers, Lance Flowers, and their dad, good people. Like, that's the reason I got the companies I got.
Okay.
The people that run it, they support me and they help me a lot.
And
they're good people.
OGO Tires, what compound and what tire do you prefer?
I'm known for being on the softest tire on the track most of the time. Okay. So it's ultra soft, and once again, that's where glue and the foams help. Okay. I don't get the bowing, and it helps with the car. Okay. I do go, if the track gets really abrasive, temperature is higher than the groove, I'll temp it. And if it gets over 85, 90, then we're talking about like a super soft, maybe even a soft if it's so abrasive.
Okay.
Last resort is going harder on the tire for me for some reason.
Okay. Do you punch holes in your foams or no?
Just the rims.
Just the rims?
Yep. No tire, no foam.
Okay. Fuel. What fuel do you prefer, or what?
I'm on VP.
Okay.
And it's the race blend.
Okay.
Good stuff. I've noticed
you don't have a fuel sponsor, so.
No, I don't. So this is just my opinion on the stuff.
Right.
I can get away with having my motor closer to lean and being able to push the car and it not keep going leaner.
Okay. Okay.
The fuel I was on before, I won't say it, but if I was a tad bit off on the lean side and I got behind and started pushing, the motor just kept going leaner and leaner. And then it got to the point where I just couldn't drive it. It was just too much of a monster. Right. So I think the oil content and stuff like that in the VP makes it easier and to tune and keep it from going lean on you.
Do you have a glow plug sponsor? Or?
No, I use OS P4s all year round.
All year round?
All year round, don't switch.
Okay, okay. Motor, you say you run Ultimate Racing motor?
Yes, sir.
And everything, like is there a difference in their motor, like sizes? I don't know anything about nitro. Like what I'm trying to say is what Ultimate Racing motor do you run of theirs?
So they have they have the S and then they have the T. Okay. The MXS, I think it is, and MXT, which they just dropped the MXR. And it's supposed to be the S, but smoother, and you get your gas mileage, just little tweaks on the sleeve and stuff like that from the S. The T is for the truggy. Yep. I actually have one of them spare that I just put on my spare brand new buggy I built for racing. So I know Jake Strackleather runs them. The T on his buggies too. Okay.
So. Clutches, is there any?
I run the stock 3-shoe hot bodies. I'm more of a 3-shoe person over the 4-shoe. I just like the instant grab more, and the 4-shoe just mellowed it out a little bit too much for me on bottom, man. Okay. What's y'all's next big race? We're looking at Pro-Am, I think. Okay. Pro-Am, and then It's between Pro-Am and Wicked.
Okay.
We've talked about going to Wicked, and I don't know if we're going to do that or if we're just Pro-Am, and then you got the Peach State race.
Yep.
And then you have the Fall Brawl.
Okay.
We're in with them. We help build the driver stand, pit road, and staging for all them events.
Okay. Okay. If people want to get after you or contact you, if, like set up help or sponsorship, maybe. How they reach you?
You can check me out on Facebook, Jeremy Tallent.
Okay.
It stays RC racing pictures most of the time, so you'll be able to pick me up on it.
Okay.
Look for the bat.
Right. Hey, thank you so much, man. Yeah, I mean, you were dialed today. I got some footage, so yeah, I've been coming here every time I come here. You know, you're always here, but thank you so much for the interview and the inside your buggies.
No problem.
Thank you.